Okay, so I'm going to hopefully show you how I do an insert, as in serge around it and then finish it. So this one, so I've stitched over a little bit. So I started here, and then when I came back around, I kept stitching a little bit, and then I run off the back. And what happens is I will thread those in, but I'll show you how to do that. So now, my biggest recommendation is when you're serging is always leave some space. So I've got maybe a centimetre around my outline on all four sides. A little bit slim here, but it's okay. So basically, the reason you want to do that is so that there is something that your knife can cut into. If you leave it too scant, then it's just going to pull up and it's going to go all frayy. Okay, all right, so now I start, this is my little marking just when I do my stitch down the middle. So presser foot on here is currently down. I should show you my settings actually. So because this is 2 pieces of bamboo 500 GSM fleece, so it's quite thick. So on my overlocker, I have my differential feed set to 2, and it should be 2 if you're dealing with stretchy or thick fabrics. Stitch length is 2. Then my upper and lower loopers are 4, and then my needles are like 3 and a little bit, just because that's what works for me. Now, if you have a Janome machine, this little tension knob, this actually changes your presser foot. So this will make your presser foot go up or down. Now, if you've got thicker fabrics, this needs to be turned a little bit up. It always comes down, but just loosen it, and you'll find that that helps get rid of that waviness that can happen when you're serging or overlocking inserts. Sorry, I say serging a lot, but it's the same thing, just American terms. So you can either lift your footer up, or you can lift it up from there. It's whatever really floats your boat. So I kind of go in as a diagonal. Okay, so you can see I'm going in diagonal. Overlockers will only serge straight. Okay, so that's the main difference between a sewing machine, which you can change direction. This will only go straight. Okay, so I make sure my foot's down. Okay, and then I serge in a little bit till I hit my blue line. So I've hit my blue line there. Okay, then I manipulate my fabric so that I'm going straight. Okay, so see that? So my knife is hitting this line. Okay, so I'm always aiming my knife at this line. Now my corners are curved, and you'll see what I do when I go around the corners. I'm hopefully not going to knock the camera over, but we shall see. So I like to put my left hand on the the bed of the machine, so this bit, and then these fingers are kind of guiding it into the knife. So I'm always pushing my fabric, so I'm not pulling it, I'm always pushing into my knife. So I'm always aiming this line at the knife. So as I'm coming around the curve, so you want to start a little bit earlier than your corner. So here's my corner. I'm starting a little bit earlier because I'm going to do a gentle curve. Okay, so I'm pushing into the knife, and I'm pushing and I'm pushing, and at the same time I'm pushing it, but I'm moving my fabric just a little bit on this side, but I'm not pulling it. This is pushing. So I'm pushing, pushing, pushing. Okay, so now we're down, we're back on the straight. So I'm always having this, and my fingers are always on this side. Okay, here's my corner again. So I'm going to push, push, push. Another corner. All right, so obviously the tails getting cut off there. All right, another corner. So here's the corner. So I'll start the curve. All right, so see how this is the diagonal. I might just pick that up. So there's the diagonal where I started cutting in. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to serge straight, and I'm just going to go straight over my stitches. So here are my stitches. I'm just going to continue straight over my stitches. Okay. All right. So see how that's fully cut off now? So I've fully cut off the bit of bamboo and I've gone over where I stitched in. So then I stitch maybe about, now this is the most important bit. You do not want to hit this with your knife. So if you have a look here, if I can make it, see how that's my knife, this bit here, but see this is not touching the knife. So I'm just going to manipulate the camera a bit. See how it's not touching the knife? You do not want this to touch the knife. You just want to go just inside the knife, and you're basically locking your stitches. So you're just going over maybe by about that much to lock your stitches. I'll just fix the camera back up. Okay, so we're just going to lock the stitches. Okay, now I always go straight off the back. Some people pull it off to the side. I like to go straight off the back, so I just keep going like that. And then I use the thread cutter at the back. So you can see where I started, and then I locked my stitches. And now this bit, I pull it like this. Now, if any of you saw the video the other week where Mickey had the little doohickey hook thing, that's exactly what I'm going to use to do the thread. So I go about, say about here. Then I thread it in between my two layers of bamboo fleece. And I poke it out, grab the little tail, twist, and then I pull through. Okay, and that ends it. So hopefully that helps, and I'll show you my completed artwork. There you go. So that's how it ends up. Sorry about that. So yeah, hopefully that helps. And it's all practice. It is honestly all practice. Mine were horrible, and it's just slow and steady wins the race.